The definition of acting principal is serving as a temporary measure until something more complete and permanent can be established. That is not what we asked for. Today, we have taken a 360-degree turn to take us back where we started without a permanent principal for the middle school. Therefore, if you thought that by giving this title to Mr. Thomas will shut us up, you're mistaken. Instead, you have added more fuel to the fire. With this action, you have not only spit at his face or ours, but you have spit the faces of our children. Dr. Carlisle, when you came to the district, I trusted you. I believed in you. But today I feel betrayed because you have let my kids down. With this nomination and the article in the Sunday Record newspaper, I have come to the following conclusion. First, you are only looking out for yourself. Your main concern is keeping the board happy so you can get the $200,000 yearly salary that you were offered. Secondly, this avoidance to give Mr. Lamar Thomas the title of permanent principal for Janney Business School is due to the fact that indeed some members of the board have major personal issues with Mr. Thomas. Unfortunately, in this world of evil, the only people affected are my kids. Mr. George Garrison, in the same article you stated that Dr. Carlisle was voted for being the best for a low-ranking district. I asked myself, was the best overlooking a person that has served the district for 16 years, have been a good teacher, and has proven what he can do during his tenure as a vice principal for the high school? And instead, you brought someone first from Hackensack District that ranks low like us and who turned the position down. Then overlooked him again by bringing someone that came for a charter school with a student body of less than 100 children, and she left too. Tuesday night was the honor roll ceremony at the middle school, where the student body is approximately 430 plus students. That night, 260 students received an honor roll certificate. Some people may say that it was due to changes implemented this year by Dr. Carlisle and Mr. Michael. But a lot had to do with the job that Mr. Thomas is doing every day, motivating and guiding our children. Since if we don't have a strong leader to implement the changes, nothing will change. So I ask the panel today, if this is not the best, what is your definition of the best? When I fell in love with those kids at McLeod last year, I committed myself to them. It will be very easy for me to just take my child and move to another school and avoid all this conflict. But unfortunately, I cannot abandon my kids. If no one will fight for them, I will. Therefore, since I do not believe in gray areas, I will tell you the following. I will not give up my efforts until Mr. Lamar Thomas is made principal of Janney Business Middle School, even if that means going to President Obama himself. I will make it my personal crusade to make this submissive community wake up and smarten up and make them aware that yes, their vote or lack of vote does not affect them directly, but it does affect the children. I know you are the giant now, but remember, in the Bible, David defeated the giant.
All right. Do I have to state where I'm from and all that stuff? No? Okay, we're good. Okay, good. All right. Again, I'm with Liliana. We asked you guys to please make Lamar Thomas the principal, and instead you put him as acting principal. I think he's been doing a fabulous job as the acting principal for the last 3 months, and we really should give it to him. My other question, I can't make you do anything. How long do you guys think you're going to keep him as acting principal? That's my question. So if you can give me an answer, like a time frame, that we won't have to keep beating a dead horse, as they say. The other thing is, aside to that, I wanted to use my minutes for something else. I have a kid, well, first of all, the middle school is fabulous. However, I have an 8th grader who's going into the high school. He, like a lot of the other kids, and that eagle you have in front of you, they would like to play for a school that has a great team. Unfortunately, Weimar doesn't have that. And even the football team, I think they won 1 game. I mean, do I really want to take my son and put him there? He doesn't play football, he plays baseball, and maybe he would like to play football. But I'd like to give him the best opportunity that I can. And if it means me sacrificing something in my household to send him to private school, then that's what I have to do. I keep hearing that there's a lot of scouts that scout our kids. But you know what I believe? I believe that those parents see that their children have what it takes maybe to get them, not pro, but a college scholarship. And you know what that means to my pocket? I'd rather invest the money now and get a college scholarship. So I would like to know what you guys are going to do as far as improving not only, you know, even the academies. I have to be quick about this. I went to check out the academies. What was sold to me, you can wake up. What was sold to me was the application. And that's not disrespectful, but you're dozing off. Anyway, the academy sold me, the academies to me was selling the application. That's not something you present. To me, I'm an adult. I know how to fill out an application. If I have a question, I'll address it then. I've been to other open houses. What they sell you is, this is what's offered, this is where the kids are going to, this is the scholarship at the end, $23.5 million at BC that my son can possibly get. I mean, these are the things that you guys need to sell. If you're going to sell the academies, you cannot sell the application. You got to put somebody up there that can speak to me and make my ears ring and say, you know what, before I invest money outside the district, and plus I'm already paying the taxes, I don't really want to do that, sell me the school. Don't tell me you're doing great, because I keep hearing other people who are in the academies, parents that are very knowledgeable, and they're saying that the academies is not the same. You don't sell me the application. And no disrespect, but you were getting ready to fall asleep.
Sorry. All right, I don't want that exchange. But thank you, Ms. Ruddock. Ms. Walker.
Lucy Walker, Inglewood resident. Just to get something straight, Mr. Thomas has not been made acting principal. Hasn't been voted on yet. And I see something down there that is very disturbing. Why are you putting him down as provisional principal when he has been at the high school for how many years as assistant principal? Those of us who've been in the district and been in other school districts know that the same certification is required for assistant as principal. So you did slap him upside the head. Mr. Garrison, there's one thing that stood out to me about your trip. You said first grade. First grade, okay? Which means they already know how to read and write in English. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, you don't have a clue what the presentation you just made then, because you said that in China, it's mostly starts in first grade, right? Mandarin and the languages. That would be very good if it started in the first grade, because then they would be able to read and write in English already. Okay, that is a concern of mine, because the tests, the standardized tests, are given in English, not Mandarin and not Spanish. Okay, so English is the language of this country, and they should be able to read and write in English. Okay, it's very important. I don't have anything else to say because I'm really, frankly, very disgusted.
Kevin, I guess that means you're up. I don't know.